Nexxlegacy.
All right, my good people. This is Nexxlegacy Radio. I am Brandon in the building tonight. And shout out to all the people out there that will be listening via Spotify and iHeartRadio and all the other massive platforms that we have. But listen, I got a guest who's on fire right now. I listened to this one single she got that's brand new. I'm like, who is she? Who is she? I'm over here trying to get to know her now. So, and the thing about it is she has a beautiful voice, super talented, and I reached out to her for this reason. I feel like a lot of people out there love what they do via mainstream. They always listen to the same old, but I need y'all, all y'all people out there that listening and will be listening to get a dose of this artist and just really pay attention, not just to her vocal talent, but how she's moving. And I need everybody that's on this planet to go follow my girl at Shay24K. And I have Shay 24K on Nexxlegacy Radio. What's up, Queen?
Hey, thank you for that beautiful introduction. That was so nice. Thank you. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good. I'm blessed. I got to tell you, I'm impressed. We're going to talk about your single in a minute. And it's getting crazy rotation right here on Nexxlegacy, which is great. But I got to start back because I'm literally, as a reporter, as a radio guy, as a DJ, whatever you want to call me, I want to give the listeners a good opportunity to get to know you. So before we start talking single, music industry, your entertainment company, all that stuff, tell the people how you got started doing what you're doing. Who inspired you?
Yeah, thanks for asking that. Oh my gosh. I've always been writing songs. I've always listened and written to so much different styles of music. So I feel like what really pushed me to actually start taking it seriously as a profession was my brother Dre. He was a painter, and I used to follow him around all the time, and he really inspired me to appreciate art in a different way. And yeah, since his passing in 2018, I feel like I really started to take the music business more seriously and apply myself more.
And around that time, and I know with your brother's passing, and I know just trying to find the gifts, trying to find out basically like, okay, where do I fit? Because I'm sure like you've been singing at a young age, and it was just something about, okay, it's time for me to take this up a level. Like, was it the passing that did that, or was it like, you know what, I could literally make this a career because I am actually talented?
You know what? I didn't even think about the longevity of it. It was more of like not really knowing what to do and trying to figure out what was next for me. And I've always been passionate about writing, and I've always loved art. And my dad and my grandpa are both singers also. So I kind of grew up hearing music, and I don't know. I just feel like losing my brother really pushed me to take the business serious and, just try to figure out where I could fit in it, because it was a form of art that I knew how to do. And it was a form of art that I knew I could, take serious and spread a message through. And I ultimately wanted to leave a legacy.
And I feel that 100%. Not just coming from a place, because I lost my brother a long time ago as well. And sometimes when you reflect on life, you look at, where do I fit? How do I fit? What can I do to be inspired? Because sometimes certain, not just tragic losses, but certain things in general kind of leave a hole in your heart that needs to be, not filled, but just as a reminder, like, okay, I need to settle what I need to settle so I can be able to grow and be inspired by the memory of, in this case, your brother and stuff like that. So I definitely feel where you're coming from. But let me tell you something about when I heard your music, because, I mean, like I said, I am very connected to, some of the people that you are connected with in terms of, just, PR, people like that. But when I listen to About Me, which is available now, people could go check it out, go on Spotify, go hit her up, and just be a part of this movement, right? So when I heard about me, I was like, you know what? She has her own flavor. Her style is her voice, her the way you go about it, like everything about her. And I'm talking about you in person right now, but everything about Shay 24K was on point because, you know, it's a crowded arena, right, Shay? A lot of people out there in this business trying to find their own way. They're trying to do what they got to do to be able to get by. But one thing that sets you apart from a lot of other people is the fact that you have a genuine way of how you go about your style. And has this always been something that's just been developed and nurtured as you trying to go into this arena and, you know, trying to figure it out? Because you don't sound like nobody but you, and I love you for that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you know, I feel like individuality is a big thing. I try to keep my stuff, like, personal. I wanted to be a lot more vulnerable on about me. And, yeah, can you repeat your question, please? I forget.
No,
Sorry.
You said it there. No, you did great. Because I just like I like originality and
yeah.
you know, how you develop yourself in performances and things like that too. And I think that speaks, you know, highly as far as, you know, what it is that you're trying to do and accomplish in this crowded world and things like that. So Green Money Entertainment. Tell me a little bit about the entertainment you know, company that you're working with, and how did you get connected with Green Money?
Yeah, so I actually connected with them when I moved back to Toronto from Los Angeles. I wanted to continue to make music. Like, I was still motivated to, excuse me, to push myself in some type of direction to be in the business. So one of my managers actually had reached out to me through email, and I didn't know if I was ready to work with other people yet, and because I really wanted to ultimately just find the right fit. And they were really persistent about reaching out to me, and my managers knew my songs, and I could just tell that we would have been real tight. And they're like my brothers now. Like, I would never go nowhere without them. They're dope.
That's what's up. That is cool. And it takes a team, right? I mean, a strong team, not just GME, Green Money Entertainment, but also just supporters, like people in your ear saying, hey, you know what, good job, but also, hey, you know, not so good job. Like, not having a bunch of yes people in your building, but also people that could hold you accountable to a degree as far as, you know, the work ethic, trying to level up and do more. Because if you make a hit record like About Me, there's something else that Shay 24K has to do next, right? So it's not just about just conquering one song. It's about trying to be able to, like you said, leave a legacy, have this lasting imprint of doing more. So with About Me and everything that comes with it, like I said, your vocals, I mean, I know in your bio has something about seductive, but like I told you earlier, it's an understatement. People got to go check it out and stream this woman's music. Because she is fire, super seductive, very sensual, just all about the vibe, right? So, you know, are you a part of the songwriting process too, or how does that go?
Oh my gosh, yes, I write all of my songs. I choose all of my beats. I write all of my songs. And yeah, that's a big part of the art for me. Like, I really am passionate about songwriting. I really am passionate about music. Like, I just have an ear for it. And yeah, you could just tell, I think, by how I write that I'm not doing it for clout. I really do love it. And songwriting is ultimately like my favorite part of the process.
I love it. And I love just what it stands for as far as just navigating through things. Because one thing I noticed about you is not just, you know, having your bio and putting it out on our website, just getting to know you a little bit, like, not just with this single, like, you're just trying to bring out the best. You're not just addressing, like, feelings towards past relationships, things like that. You're just trying to focus on just trying to go grind, get it, do it the best way you can because you have a son, right? So just trying to be the best, the best artist, the best mom, the best person, the best woman, and being a spokesperson for a lot of people who's probably gone through some of the stuff you've gone through too, right?
Yeah, I really try to vent, like, in all of my music, whether it's like a sexy song or something more, soulful or something sad even maybe. I just try to vent and keep it real with everyone. Like, I want people to be able to relate to me, definitely.
Hey, and I do. I mean, if you're going to be sexy, baby, do it. If you're going to be sensual, do it. If you're going to be, in the club dancing, do it. If you're going to be fill in the blanks, do it. Do it the best way you can, and I love it. I love it. Shay, 24K is my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and, aside from the single, having a heavy hand in writing and things like that too, like, what are some of the things that's on your pecking order, on your checklist that you want to accomplish going into the new year?
Yes, I want to drop some features. I want to work with other artists a lot. I feel like it's so hard, especially as a woman in the city, to be able to link up with other artists and really focus on making a dope track. But I have a few songs coming out with a couple of really dope artists in the city, and I can't wait for everyone to hear them, for real.
That's what's up. And I think as you're navigating through, like, your career, trying to find a good spot for what you're doing and what you want to do moving forward and how you want this to last, I feel like this, and I think you're going to co-sign this when I say it. I think it's all about, especially in this industry, from radio to TV to different spots. I mean, people helping people is still important. That's the blueprint for growing at the end of all days, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, teamwork makes the dream work.
Damn right.
100%.
But you know what? There's a lot of people still on that selfish hype. A lot of people are still like, oh, I got this, or they're afraid to relinquish some of their shine or whatever, because the blueprint has it that if I let you into my arena and you blow up, that means we all blow up, and that's the way I see it. How do you see it?
I see it exactly that way too. I feel like if you really want to do this all alone, you're really holding yourself back, because working with a team can help you to really push your career further a lot faster. You're not supposed to run any business alone. So even music, like when it comes to distributing music and wanting to sell your music, you can't do it by yourself. You definitely need people to oversee and be there for you too and support you. For sure.
Amen. And that's up top. That's up top. Very important. I mean, I know where you're at right now. You got LA roots. I'm in the Bay Area in California. I know how this go. I know what needs to be done. It's not, my station's not just based in California. It's global, right? But, with a lot of Bay action, and a lot of people are like, oh, I've never heard of Shay 24K before. I need to get her down here to do a show. That's how it's supposed to work. You grow based off of that experience and that excitement. And I want people to have that vibe, like, this is the first time I heard your single was when I was in the car or when I was at home, and I felt excited and things like that. Like, I want people to have that same feeling. Do you remember the first time that you got some radio play, or you got some love somewhere where it was just like so overwhelming?
Do I remember?
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I remember I was played on a big radio station here. I think it was last year, and I was so geeked over it. Like, I was literally so excited. I was played on, I think, the station Flow 93.5. I think it's still 93.5. But yeah.
Bet. I mean, those kind of feelings, Shay, you can't forget. It's just like making your first song, or the first single, or the first everything. You can't forget it. Well, some you can, but some you can't. Some of them you just gotta embrace, all these certain moments and things like that too. So Shay 24K is my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and What about videos, visuals, things like that? Like, what do you have on the horizon when it comes to some videos that you? I know you have a YouTube, but what's in store for you when it comes to videos and stuff?
Yeah, so I'm working on promoting my next video dropping on December 15th, for About Me, actually. So that video will be dropping just now. And it's actually a real dope video. Like, I can't wait for everyone to see it. It has all my family and even personal videos of me over time, too. So I'm excited to share it. And I also have a mixtape coming out in January or February. So I don't know exactly when I'm going to drop it yet. Just waiting on clearing a couple of more things, but it's definitely on the way. So keep a lookout for that, too.
I love it. I love it. I love that you still got stuff for us as fans, new supporters, all that stuff to be able to look forward to when it comes to 2023. So listen, I'm gonna throw a couple of weird questions your way. Maybe it's weird, maybe it's not. Like, I'm not sure what decade is a favorite of yours, but when it comes to fashion, if you could pull anything from any of the decades when it comes to fashion, what would that be?
Oh my gosh, definitely the 70s or 80s. Definitely. Right. I would love to be able to sport, bare face and natural hair and bell bottoms and all of that stuff. Ooh. I wish that would come around right now.
Okay.
That would be all so right. Easy and so swaggy.
I love it. Just pure natural bell bottoms, butterfly collars. Oh, yes. You over there taking that, girl. Look at you.
Rollerblades, bobbles.
I love it. Hey, listen, I'm with you. I'm going to co-sign that. Because, I think every decade had its, its moment in time when it comes to that. And you see music, fashion, all that stuff kind of comes in. You know what I mean? So, all right, another question for you. What decade was the greatest decade in your opinion? You could pick any decade. What was the decade that stands out to you the most?
I'm a 90s baby, so I think the 90s stand out the most. I take a lot of info from the 90s, too. I love Lauryn Hill. I love her.
Yeah. Hey, we going to speak it to existence. Lauryn Hill, if you listening, go holler at my girl. S3e21. She's that next one, right? So definitely. All right, 90s, I got you. And you know what? 90s music and stuff like that was dope for this. A lot of people winning. There was a lot of groups winning. There was a lot of individual artists winning. The fashion was dope. It was just a different kind of decade. But also, I'm gonna shout out the 80s. I'm gonna shout out the 80s. The 80s was nice, definitely, because, hey, if you go backwards in time, if you watched a movie, any kind of movie back in the day, it was always some dope music that came with it, right? I don't care what genre it was always hot and memorable, you know what I mean? So the music was super diverse, probably more so than a lot of other decades, but I got to throw out my 80s out there. I love it, though. That's what it is. That's what it is. S3e21 is my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and outside of what you told me as far as what you got going on, how are you navigating through life in social media, right? Because, we got to use it. It's a part of our business, right? What are some of the pluses that you get out of it?
Oh, my gosh, I meet so many people on social media. I think social media is so fun. I wish I had more time for it. It's hard for me to keep up, especially with a baby, but I really do love interacting with everybody who is on there. Like, I love meeting new people. I'm such a social butterfly. I'm on all of the social medias. Search me, Shay24K.
Instagram, Shay24K. Twitter, Shay with the double Y, 24K. TikTok, Shay24K_. Make sure y'all go ahead and get it. And YouTube is on at Green Money Entertainment as well. So, it's different. I mean, it's needed. Also it can turn into, a dating app at the same time. You might get a few people that might slide in your DMs.
But that's okay. We're always looking for love. We're always looking for love.
Hey, there you go. There you go. I love it. Hey, for real. Hey, you can find any and everything on social media. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. You can, but you got to make it work for you though. So, it can't be too caught up in the moment. You got to still, okay, this is what I'm here for. I need to go drop this, let the world know what I got going on, and then keep it moving. But you might run across me, Shay, that might just be like, hey, how you doing?
I'll be waiting.
I love it. I love it. All right, bet. In closing with my queen, Shay24K, my guest, Nexxlegacy Radio. I'm going to let you have shout-outs. Who you want to give shout-outs to? You can give the whole universe shout-outs clearly, but, if you got some specific people, the floor is yours.
Okay, shout-out to Green Money Entertainment. Shout-out to AJ. He just turned 1. And shout-out to all the friends and family that are supporting me through all of this. You guys are all dope.
I love it. AJ, 1 year old. He's gonna be that one, that guy. Shout him out for sure. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, it's a family affair here, and look, Shay. Not only do I appreciate you for coming on, hollered at the listeners and all that stuff. People out there that's gonna be listening to it and running your music, which I definitely want people to go check out. But I want people to go follow this woman on Instagram at Shay24K, like I did. Twitter at Shay with the extra Y 24K. TikTok Shay24K _. And I just want y'all to go holler at my girl and go hit her up on Spotify. Go check out About Me, which is out and available now. Hit it up on Spotify. Do it now. Do it often. Go tell a friend. And I'm proud of you, Shay. Not just as a mom getting it in, but also as a very talented artist and a beautiful soul inside and out. I just want to see you continue to go far. And listen, if other people can be inspired by you, they're going to continue to keep pushing your brand and supporting your legacy. And on behalf of this station and my employees and my movement here, we will continue to do that. This is not just a one-time affair. We're going to continue to show you love throughout your career because you have something. You have that gift, and I want to see you reach its full potential. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of you, Shay. I really am.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me, too. I had so much fun talking to you. Slide in my DMs.
You better believe I will. You better believe it. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Nexxlegacy.